Can your family pick your soulmate better than an app? Or does love thrive when left to chance? Follow the conversation in this video as we dive into the age-old transition of arranged marriages and digital revolution of dating apps. Which one truly leads to happily ever after? Let us hear what people online have to say on this topic.
Yeah. Can you hear me
Hello,
now?
Dada. Yes, I can hear you now. How are you
Oh,
doing today?
okay. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. It's Bulgaria today.
It's cold.
Sorry about that. But here in Nigeria, it's very warm.
I know, I know, I know. But here is
So
cold.
we're having contrasting effects of the weather.
Absolutely. It's like between 2 and 3 degrees here. So
So funny. That's the irony of life. You
yeah.
don't want to show your you don't want to show your face to the world.
Sorry.
You don't want to show your face to the camera.
Can we go without a camera if it is okay?
I would like to see your face at least for the first time. We've been chatting online for a long time, but I've never seen
Okay.
you
I
in
I
real
promise.
life, in real time.
I promise tomorrow evening. I don't know what kind of topic you're gonna discuss tomorrow evening.
I don't know. It depends on how today goes, and it depends on how people turn out today. Although I invited somebody else who has been with me, we did a live show one particular time. Mhm.
Okay.
So I
Okay. I
believe if she comes to hell too, she will want to show her face or something. But notwithstanding, it's all good. It's just to have fun and have a little bit of discussion. Are you there? Hello, welcome, Mama G. It's nice to have you in this live stream. Welcome, Sandy. It's nice to have you in this live stream. Just tap. Let's notify people that we are home. Let's notify people that we are home. We're going to have a nice time here. The topic is arranged marriages versus dating app. Which of them do you think will lead to a long-lasting married life? Because we know that a lot of regions they engage in different marriage system, but we know that the arranged marriage has been there for a long time, even from the ancient days of the Bible and some other in the Quran, and in some parts of Africa they still practice it. So the topic is arranged marriage better than dating app in terms of getting a life partner? So I would like to hear your comment, your opinion on this. So Delin, are you back?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, it's good to have you. So let me ask you first. Have you ever been on a dating app before?
Yeah, I think we've been on a dating app at one point. So if you ask me, because I'm somewhere in the culture between between the Bible and the Quran, let's say. I
Hmm.
don't know. I think arranged marriages is some kind better than the dating apps that we have in our days.
Really? So why do you
Yeah.
say that?
Because as long as okay, in Christianity that we can simply say that there are not so many arranged marriages, but in Islam there are. Like, they give you like more opportunities to get to know the person, like get information from other people, meet with family members, things like that. Then you can get a much better idea in reality what the person that you date, let's say, or you're about to get married, looks like inside and outside than in the dating apps. I think dating apps in nowadays are, like people just try to look good, but in reality they are completely different. So this is the tricky part.
Oh, okay, but some people feel that dating app, I mean, arranged marriage is a cake because it's something like an old culture. You know that the modern thing now is the dating app compared to arranged marriages.
I know. I
In
know.
people get they have a lot of fun. They have a long line chat before they can meet their partner. Don't you think they can actually know themselves through the dating app too?
Hmm.
Don't you think so?
Yeah, it's like in our day, dating apps are like the modern thing, the thing that is spread around. But I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit more old fashioned, or if you know, as far as I used any dating apps, any kind of dating apps, I've never had a very good experience with them.
Oh, okay. Can you share some of your experience, your bad experience? Maybe some people can learn from it.
Yeah, the main point there is that, yeah, you never know who is who's in front of you, who are you texting with, who are you speaking with. People say things and then turn out that these things are not right, and you get some kind of impression of a certain person, but at the end it turns out, even if you have a date after this, or you want to meet this person, it's like, I think it's in 90% of the cases, you don't get what in reality you don't get what you get online.
Okay. Alicia, are you there? Alicia, are you there? Okay. Yeah, you said back to Denny. You said most of the time you don't get what you actually want in the dating app.
It's not
Is that what
exactly
you said?
it's not exactly what you want. It's you don't get the same impression that the other person gives you online. They present themselves, like a much better person. Like, they have a, let's say, they have a great job, they have good relationship, let's say, with their parents, they have many friends. Um, and at the end, it turns out that it's a completely different story. And this is usually very disappointing, to be honest. Especially when you're looking for something serious. Usually, after you have like a few dates like this one, I have friends. Most of them, they say, I don't want to use dating app anymore.
Okay, can you share some of their experience? What did they say? Have they ever experienced a scam? Because I know that there's actually romance scam out there too. People can be scammed during dating app because you know that I believe that women they are very emotional and because of their emotion they fall victims of a lot of scammers and even men too. I've seen men too being victim of a romance scam on through the dating line, the dating app. So
I,
do you have any specific experience somebody share with you that you can share with the world?
mm, I don't think it's only women. I think when it comes to the scams, they're looking for people that are vulnerable. And, we should try to avoid women and men, because men also get feelings. The thing is that they don't show them so much, but they can be hurt also. So yes, I had a friend. She texted like with a guy for, I don't know, maybe 1.5, 2 months, and it was the usual story. Like, he was military, he was a widow with a daughter, and everything was going well. And they started even to speak with each other. And at the end of the second month, he started to ask her for money. So, yeah, you see, you invest in something. I mean, okay, it's good, it's only 2 months, but still, you invest your time, your emotions, your hopes. You put in something, and you end up with practically nothing. Sometimes even financial.
Wow.
I,
Well,
I,
that's
I
true.
have Yeah, but apart from the scams, I think people just try to look, much better online. They try to show themselves in a much better light, in a much better position than they are in reality. And when you see them, I don't know. I'm a fan of this, to speak with people, face to face. Just to see their eyes, their reactions. their voice. Then you can say, if you like a person or you don't like.
Okay, okay. Well, that is true. But in another case, you know that in arranged marriages, you might not actually like the person because one, parents or relatives they actually influence such marriages because they believe that this person is wealthy, this person is from a royal home, that this person has a good business and will be able to take care of the family and will be able to get along with the partner. That is why most people arrange most marriages. But the person sometimes might not really love the person that they are bringing on board because maybe because he's not the type. You know that, for example, all of us, I know you too. When you are young, you have like a kind of specification for the kind of man you want to marry. Like
Yeah,
most part of Africa, they will say they want a tall, dark, and handsome guy. They don't want skinny guy, fair looking guy. Some of them they don't really like them in some parts of Africa. So in that case, in arranged marriages, you don't have the choice. They will just bring somebody just because he's wealthy, he has a good job or something on this, and they believe that okay, when you come together, that the love will
hmm
grow in the real time. But what if the love doesn't grow, or you don't really love the person, or the person that they portray to you when you now get married to the person is another person entirely? What do you think in such situation?
you're right, and it's not only the arranged marriages. If I have to be honest, I come from Europe. We don't have arranged marriages here, but I see how parents think. They want, especially for the girls, for women. They want a good husband with a good job, with a house. They don't think so much about the things that if you're gonna like him, if you're gonna feel okay with this person, but they think mostly about the material stuff. But as long as I know, I'm not 100% familiar with the marriages. But as long as I know, if you don't like the person, you can still say no, and Islam gives you this opportunity. It depends on the parents probably, but you know what I think? If you don't have any attraction to the person at first, I mean, if you're not attracted at all, I don't think it's gonna grow in future.
Well, is that what you say? But in some parts of Africa, and me especially, I think I have an experience with that. My
Mm-hmm.
mom, actually, she was actually arranged to my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I can say that the marriage was went well,
Mm-hmm.
and I cannot say it didn't go well, but at least it produced a good product like me, if I may say.
They've
Uh,
done a very good job.
yes. And again, they stuck together for a longer period of life. You know that mostly traditional marriage, like arranged marriages in Africa, they tend to last because of the moral and the background most of the partners come from. You know, my mom is a normal person, not so educated, but because of her own training, she was very
Mm-hmm.
submissive to her husband, and because
Mm-hmm.
of that, it really helped the marriage, and it lasted for many years. So I don't think my mom loved my dad in the first instance because first, what happened was that she lost her former husband,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and when she lost her former husband, she was very young at the tender age. She needed somebody to reconnect with again, to start life over again.
Mm-hmm.
So is that my grandfather arranged the marriage with my father, who at that time needed a male child. That was why she got married to my dad, my mom
Mm-hmm.
rather. So at the long run, they got together. They love each other because my mom later loved my dad. I know, but I can't say for my dad, although it's late now. But sometimes I believe the love grew. Don't you think so?
Maybe that's why I told you at the beginning that if I have to choose between the an arranged marriage and breaking up, I would choose an arranged marriage because usually if you have an arranged marriage, you have like the family is more valuable. You put on the first place in your whole life. the family takes this first place, and you're taking care of your family, either you're a man or a woman. Um, on the dating apps, this is like missing, you know. Like you said, your mom was like submissive, you know, to your father. She probably tried to support him in many cases, you know, when he was down also. And you know, they just stick to each other no matter what. Dating
Okay. The,
dating app is more like, I don't know. I think it's more like dating people for like a one night stand, and that's it. It's very it's very difficult to find. It's very difficult to find somebody for a long term relationship. I mean, most people are really not serious there.
well, you are right to some extent, but I've heard some success story about dating apps and some this thing. And at least recently, I was just going through the internet yesterday. That was even what brought up this topic. I saw a woman
Mhm.
that said she got a man through the dating app, and then the funniest thing about the whole thing, she was not meant to be in that dating app. She
Mhm.
was in another country, and she was not eligible to be on that dating app. So she used a VPN
Yeah.
and just chatted with a random man like that. And at the end, they fell in love with each other, and they got married, and they've been together for at least 2 years now. But I don't know how long it's going to be after that. But I think we've seen some success stories in dating app too.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm sure there are some successful stories. 100% I'm sure, but I think they're much less than the successful stories of the arranged marriages.
Okay, I can of course call with that too. Okay, now, Delhi, I'm going to ask you one inconvenient question. I hope you don't mind.
Okay, ask me. Shoot.
Okay, I know that you've been in a marriage for some time, and I
Hmm.
know that you have some kind of situation that happened. Mm, will you be able to talk about some of it just for people to learn from me that what went wrong in that your marriage that people should at least learn from so that they will not fall victim of such again?
See, this is the thing. Before you get married, you need to know.
Mm.
For me, probably this was the problem because I didn't have a time.
You didn't
Um,
have the time. You were working or what?
we had like a long distance relationship for almost 2 years, but we didn't spend much time together. It was just talking on the phone, messaging. And actually, when you start to live with somebody, it turns out to be, you know, a very difficult thing sometimes.
Okay.
um,
Okay.
then with me probably the difference with the traditions and religion also um, was a big deal because getting used to a different type of life is not so easy. I mean, I had to leave my country. I had to go from Europe to Africa to live in a Muslim country with a Muslim family. Um, not
Okay.
speak, not speaking the language as well. And it was really difficult to accept, you know, everything that like you know, here in Europe, men and women, you know, they like have equal rights, you know, you work together, you earn money together, you know, women have more freedom, but in Tunisia, it's not like this. As you said, you know, you have to be a submissive wife, and it takes a lot of time to change your mind.
Okay. So
Uh,
your husband is from Africa, right?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
He's,
if you
he's
have a second, okay, I'm listening.
yeah, he's Tunisian and I'm Bulgarian. He's Muslim. Actually, I revert to Islam, but after we split up, it was my decision, not because I was pushed to do this. And yeah, it was very difficult for me to get used to this. On the top of this, we were like how to say, incompatible, completely incompatible with, with each other. I
Oh, okay.
mean,
So, what do you mean when you talk about incompatibility? What do you mean by that?
I mean that we are, I because I'm not,
In what sense?
I'm.
I understand the form of compatibility you are
Mhm.
talking about actually, but I just want you to be explicit about it. That maybe you like this particular thing that you don't like, or you know this kind of thing that you don't like, or something.
Okay, one thing that probably most women that go for this type of marriages should know that here in Europe, women are strong. Like we have to go through many things. We have to deal with many things on our own. We are financially independent, and when you go and get married to a person who's Muslim, and you get to
Mm.
this family, you have to change. You have to start to accept many things, and this is the incompatibility when you put together two people who are very strong and nobody gives up. Everybody wants to go his way.
Okay, I understand. I understand. I understand.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
So it's difficult. Plus, you have to take also in account that communication is a little bit difficult when you have two people that speak two different languages, and you have to communicate through a third language. You always have misunderstandings. You need more time, to explain to each other, and yeah, probably we were both not patient enough to do this.
Okay, I understand. Okay, I understand now. But I want to ask, you know that we have a lot of wealthy, handsome man in Europe. So why did you choose him in the first place? Especially this from an African background, a Muslim background that is different from your own doctrine. So why did you choose him in the first place?
I will tell you like there is actually only one reason. Because here in Europe the value of the family, as I told you before, um, we're not valuing family anymore. People get together. They have one, two children. They divorce or separate. They don't look after their children. I mean, it's not like it used to be. It used to be before. And I told you, like at the beginning, that probably I'm a little bit old-fashioned. And I was thinking that in Africa, in a Muslim country, um, probably people, value family much more. And I was thinking I'm gonna have this kind of marriage that is gonna be, calm and understanding, and we're gonna stick to each other, no matter what. Once you marry, that will be it. Okay,
Uh,
it didn't turn out like this, but it's still good experience. I don't regret it, if I have to be honest. But
uh,
I don't like the way, most of the women behave in Europe. I mean, they start to become more like women, not like men.
well, I think you're one in a million people that believe that European lovers are not so good to be with. Because I believe that European, we are like, at least with what you see in the movie, that they are very romantic. They take care of their woman. They can go to stay. Because in Africa, for example, let's say you and your wife, you are going out.
Yeah.
In Africa, we don't have that tradition that you go down, you go and open the door for your wife and you close it. It only happened in the Western world. Although some of us who are educated now, we started emulating it. So I believe that European, they are more romantic compared to Africans. So that's why I'm a little bit baffled by your decision that of choosing an African man, because we African, we have our own way of loving. Because let me give you a little background, at least with what I've read in history. We African, we marry women just because of our profession. Mostly in ancient time, most Africans, men, they were farmers. So they need to marry a lot of women
Mm-hmm.
to keep in their farm so that they can do the hard work for them. And when they start giving birth, they give birth to a lot of children so that they have a kind of a lot of people that will do the farm work for them. So that is
Mm-hmm.
always the case. So when you're not saying that an African man is more, they have maybe they have family value, as you said. Well, that is true about Africa. We like to keep the family. But when you talk about being romantic and being try to go all the way for a lady, I think we should give it to the European. We should give it to
I
the
think
European.
I think you are mistaken because Europeans they used to be romantic, but not anymore.
Wow.
This is the first thing, and second, when you I think at one point when you at one point of your life, when you really decide to get married and you're clear about this idea, you should also be clear about the fact that the romance is not gonna last forever.
Uh,
And more important things, will take part in your life. You're not gonna date like all the time. You're not gonna like make presents to each other. Especially when you have children. You have so many obligations. The man, the woman. Both of them. They don't have time. And this is where the morality, the values, the respect to each other comes, I think.
okay, okay. So if you have a chance to marry again, you still want to go for an African. And do you have a kind of nationality that you would like to marry, or you think that they are better off in Africa? I think you are an African woman now. I can say.
If I have a chance, I mean, I practically live in Tunisia now. I'm I'm almost half Tunisian. So if I have a chance, I would definitely go for an African man. Although I had this experience up to now, but
uh,
I don't know. I really like how the men in Tunisia, like they're taking care of their families, like the way they adore their children. Even if they're not romantic, they try to provide. I don't mean only financially, but they try to provide everything for their families. Like they feel okay.
okay. Well, I think Tunisia, most of them are Muslim, right?
I think 98% of the people there are Muslims. Yeah.
Yes, that's the reason because Islam. I think there is a doctrine in Islam that make that very compulsory that a man should provide for his family, and even though if they marry many wives, they have to care for them equally. They have to love them equally. So I
Yeah.
think
Uh,
the
uh,
kind of culture and what they do, it comes from your religion. So maybe that is why you fall so much in love because I know that Islam provided that it's part of their doctrine.
I think it comes from the religion basically because if you find it doesn't matter man or a woman that is truly religious. I don't mean somebody that prays like 5 times or follows everything. I mean somebody that is good in his heart. And when you combine it with the religion, you can find really good people. One thing, Tunisia is the only one Muslim country that you're not allowed to have more than one wife legally.
You mean in Tunisia, you are not entitled to marry more than one wife in Tunisia?
No, no. If you want to have another wife, you have to divorce the first one.
Wow, this is the first time I'm hearing that. Because
And
I
and
believe that. Okay, continue.
and something else, Tunisia is also there. Probably this is why I like Tunisia because it's kind of mixture. You can feel the European there a little bit, but you can also, feel the Arabic and the African. Also, this is, I think, the only one Muslim country where women are allowed to marry non-Muslims, and they do it, by the way.
Okay, so they are not allowed, or they are allowed to marry
They
non-Muslims.
they are around. They marry non-Muslims, and it's not a problem.
Okay. But their own kind of Muslim is different from what we have here in Nigeria. Especially in my culture, I'm a Yoruba guy. I'm from Nigeria, if I may say.
Mhm. Yeah.
You can marry more as a Muslim. They believe you can marry more than one wife. You can even marry 10. You can marry 20. So far, you can love them equally. So the but there is just that you must love them equally. So Tunisia is one of a kind because and I heard in the doctrine in the Islamic doctrine that is allowed also. But I think Tunisia, maybe because of some civilization or maybe something happened in the past, could have warranted them to trick the law, the Islamic law a little bit. That is what I don't
Yeah.
understand because
Most probably, I don't know where it comes from, but it's forbidden by law to marry more than one woman. And on the top of everything, if they get you cheating with another person,
mm,
it doesn't matter, man or woman, while you are married, they can put you in prison for 6 months.
wow. So the key word there is that you have to be faithful with your partner.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the divorce rate there is very high also.
I think it's high all over the world. I think we are all fighting
Also,
for equality now. I think
yes,
it's high all over the world.
I
It's
think
high all over the world.
yeah, Tunisia is like a bridge between Africa and Europe, somewhere in the
Uh,
middle.
well, I can say that. I can say that. I think it's high all over the world. That's just the case. Uh, I see. Okay, I want to ask another thing. Uh, like the marriage culture in Tunisia, I know
Mhm.
that most Muslims they like to marry a virgin as a wife. Is it like that in
No,
Tunisia? Using that
no,
like a reference point.
not at all.
So they can marry even if the person is not a virgin.
I don't think it's a compulsory thing for them because, as I told you, they have a very high divorce rate. I think around 51% of the marriages end up with divorce. So it's not rare when you see a divorced woman marrying, second, sometimes third time. So it depends. Maybe in the area where I live and all the areas where I used to visit, it's not a big
Mm,
deal for them. Maybe up in the villages, where people live more simple, you know what I mean. When they're far away from the modern life, maybe it's you can apply this for them, but in the modern cities like in the capital, the holiday towns and cities, no, it's not.
mm.
It's not compulsory. Plus, I told you, they cheating is something completely normal there. By the way, although they have the law.
Wow, I think it's normal all over the world now. I think there is a guy here. Sonny, can you hear me? Would you like to talk about the discussion we're having today?
Adewale. Yeah, I can hear
Yes.
you guys.
Okay, I would like you to show your face, please.
Yeah, I think I may not be able to show my face at the moment. But I was enjoying the conversation because you guys were trying to educate us. I've never been to
Okay.
Tunisia
So,
before, but now I know that you cannot marry more than one wife in Tunisia. So I was enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, I,
okay.
I, I
I
I
believe you are
think.
in a.
Sorry, just
Okay,
one thing.
continue, Danny.
Yeah, I think probably that's why most camps like visa and money and things like this happen in Tunisia because I think European women it's gonna be very difficult for them to accept the fact that her husband can marry more than one woman. So maybe this is one of the things that also attract European women to go and marry there.
Okay, I understand. So, Sonny,
Yeah,
I believe you are in Nigeria and based overseas, right?
yeah, I'm a Nigerian, but I live in United Kingdom.
Yes, I can see that. You know our culture. So, what do you think about arranged marriages versus dating app? Which do you think will last longer? with the present situation around the world?
Sorry, you said uh, which of?
Arranged marriages. You know that arranged marriages in the past, and I think it's still occurring in some parts of Africa. Like in the Bible, there's like Isaac's story. You know that his marriage was actually arranged by his, I think his father also. And in some parts of Africa, like Yoruba, sometimes we marry through arranged marriages where parents they go down to a particular married family. They will go investigate for their child, and they will tell their child that okay, marry this person. Is going to be a good girl. The lady too. They will tell the lady it's going to be a distant. So what do you think about arranged marriage compared to dating site? You know that we are in a modern world where to find love you go on dating site, and from there some people get married from it. So what do you think about that? Which one is preferable? Which do you think will last longer?
Okay, now I would rather you go for the arranged marriage than going on dating sites. I have my reasons for that.
Wow.
Any woman you get
Okay,
off
let's hear that.
TikTok, any woman you get off TikTok, for instance, TikTok is not a dating app anyway. But most women you find on TikTok, if you start dating them or you eventually get married to them, they will always find their way back to TikTok to look for another man. If you find a woman on
Okay.
a dating app and you get married to that woman, or even in a serious relationship with that woman because she's getting too many people inbox her while she was on that dating app, she's always going to believe that if you leave, other men are on the way. So she's not going to take the relationship serious because she's a dating app person. Arranged marriage is good because sometimes when you're looking for something, it's better you ask somebody to help you look because you may not find what you're looking for, but somebody will find something and show you, oh, what do you think about this thing? You say, oh, wow, that's good. Okay, let's go for it. It works. It used to work and it's been working, and I think it can still work in this era. You understand? Our dating app,
Oh,
forget about it. They always go back.
now okay, I understand that. I believe you are Igbo, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm able.
I know you are speaking like a traditional Nigerian man, exactly. But the case is, you know, married is about love. What of if the person that they introduce to you, you don't love the person? Because they always believe that on the line in the marriage, love will come. But maybe the first appearance is still the person that is introduced to you,
But
that
when
was
you're talking
introduced to you. You
about
don't love the person.
introduction, even the
Uh,
one you met at dating app was introduced to you. It was the app.
yes, it's true.
It was the app that presented that one to you. So if somebody introduced somebody to you and you don't like the person, you're gonna say, "Bro, I don't like this one," or the person will still help you to look for, just like the app does as well. Innit? So
It's true.
yeah, it's basically the same thing because the app introduced people to you and you select. So people can also introduce to you and you select. I'm not. The both of them are good, but I'm not encouraging anybody to go on the app and start looking for a woman. You may not find what you're looking for, honestly.
Okay, I think you are actually. I'm even excited to learn something from you. From our discussion now, I get to learn that it's like dating app is like a modern day arranged marriage, if I may say
Definitely,
that, because
definitely.
actually you have some people to like they're like the intermediary between you and the person that you are trying to date. So it's like a modern day arranged marriage, if you may say.
Because they are suggesting people to you. Oh, can you take a look at this one? They present it, they put it on your screen, and when you skip that one, they put another one on your screen. It's just the same as you asking questions. Guy, I'm looking for a woman to marry. I'm looking for a man to marry. They'll be suggesting, do you know this person? Do you know this person? This person will be nice to you. Say, no, I don't think I like that one. They will say, okay, what about the other person? Do you understand? It's more like all of them are introductory. So
Mm,
I don't. I think when you want to compare arranged marriage and any other thing, I think you should say arranged marriage or do wait for you to find by yourself. But when you're talking about arranged
okay,
marriage and dating app, I think they're both different.
okay, I'm kind of excited about that. I'm quite excited about that. I'm quite excited about that. That is very good. But what do you think is going on in the marriages today? Because we can see that the rate of divorce is very high, whether arranged or dating. What do you think is going on? Why are
I
we
think,
having the rate of divorce so high in around the world these days?
yeah, me, I'm thinking that what we have lost is cultural value. You understand? That's what we've lost. And once that one is gone, human want is insatiable. So when somebody have peace, the person will feel like the peace is boring. You want excitement, like something that will cause trouble, excitement. And people easily get tired of something. Like when it's summer, you'll be saying, "Oh man, this weather is too hot. I can't wait for winter." And when winter comes, you say it's too cold. I can't wait for summer. You understand? Human want is insatiable. But then you get tired of marriage, but because of the cultural value, you stay in that marriage. But now the cultural value
Okay.
is gone. So once you feel like, oh, in fact, I'm tired of eating this one food every day, then what do you do? What do you do? I'm tired of eating this one food every day. What do? You jump to the next one. You try to find a way to jump to the next one. That's why we've lost that value. And there's marriage is just, I think it's better people just go for partnership instead of marriage now, anyway.
Oh, well, that is true. Can you explain that better so that people can understand what is partnership and what is marriage?
All right. Partnership is when you are in a relationship. And if you're in a relationship with somebody without being binded by law, like it's not something you go to the court to sign a signature to be in a relationship with someone. If you are in a
Okay.
relationship with someone as boyfriend or girlfriend, you guys can live together, have kids together, you're just partners. You understand? Anything if anything happens, you guys can just walk away without having to go through the process of divorce or whatever. So you spend your money, you get married to a woman, you guys spend money to do wedding this year, next year you getting divorced for flimsy reasons. You understand? It's better you just stay partner, and then whenever it happens, it happens. Everybody goes their way. You find another person, the person finds another person.
Okay, but I would like to take you on that. Like you being an African man, I
Mm.
believe that in some part of Africa, especially, if a child is given birth out of wedlock or not organized marriage, they cannot attain some status in their community. So don't you think a partnership will affect that, especially for someone, an African man who wants to come back home, and maybe one day he believes that maybe the child will take on one in a chief title in one state or any other thing. Don't you think that will affect that?
All right, I'll give you example. Before, in my own part of Nigeria,
Okay.
if you don't finish all the rites you need to perform before getting married to a woman, you're not gonna be living with that woman. But today,
Okay.
you can just have a meeting with the family of that woman, and you take the woman becomes your wife. So that
Hmm.
is one point of I'm trying to tell you that the world is revolving. It's not like it used to be.
Okay.
We have that tradition that a stranger doesn't become a king. And when you have a child out of wedlock, or when you have a child in your father's compound, that child is not regarded as a member of the family. But those things are being. Do you know most of Igbo billionaires are born out of wedlock?
Wow.
All
I'm
right,
just
but
hearing that.
I'm not gonna name names anyway. So those things have passed away, bro. Those things have passed away. Honestly,
Uh,
so
uh,
in my
okay. Okay. Now Okay. Continue.
in my own opinion, I will advise anybody before you get into marriage, or you say you want to marry somebody, consider it. Consider it. Getting it getting into it is very easy, and it may seem like very peaceful, loving. The moment you get married, that is when everything starts to show red and black. I'll give you 2 months after marriage, everybody will be like it will be like a cat and dog gathering. 2 months. So I've never been married before. I'm not even planning to, but I've seen people that got married and it was catastrophe.
Wow. Okay, now take me to the question. Since you are single,
Mm.
yeah. Well, what would you think would be your preference when you want to get married? Can you marry an European since you are based overseas, or you prefer an African woman?
I'll tell you, to be honest, here in UK, here overseas anyway, in the Europe, European women are the best, and I have my reasons for that. And I'm not saying it to down talk our own black women, but we have our culture in Nigeria. When if you ask a black woman out, she's always going to expect you to be the one. She's going to expect you to be her savior, you know. So, but a European woman will love you and stay with you, even if you have never given her shishi, if you understand what I mean. They're the best,
Yeah,
yes.
I
If I'm ever
understand.
going to get married, obviously I'm going to marry a white woman. So, but
Wow.
I love my black sisters anyway, so that's how it is.
So it's good that you can marry at least. We are going to be expecting like a cultural integration in the future. Since you're going to marry, I believe you're going to marry an European with your likeness and preferences.
They're the best.
And contrary to then, well, I think
Okay,
there's a kind of force of
let me tell
attraction
you.
then.
Let me tell you, Adewale. So
Yes.
when for instance, if a black man that doesn't have a residential permit in Europe, do you know that
Mm-hmm.
a black woman will never give you that because
Really?
her mentality is always fixated that that is what you want, and once you get it, you're running away from her. She's not seeing a future apart from that thing. She's seeing immediately she noticed that you're not even you don't have papers to stay in the country. She start avoiding you like a disease. But a white woman will know that she will still stick by you. She will do everything. She will not even disrespect because that thing they don't value, they don't regard it as anything, and she will still give you what you want. But you know what our guys do is when they survive through a white woman, they go back to Nigeria and then they go and marry a black woman and bring over. The black woman will stay here 6 months. Then the black woman will start calling police for him. Before you know what's up, he's being driven from his house. You understand?
Wow.
They're chasing him away from his house. The black woman takes over, and another man will come and take over the woman as well. That is what they call
Wow.
nemesis. So, but white
That's
women are the best here.
Well, I quite agree, and that is so terrible to hear from our sisters, especially our sisters overseas. But don't you think prenup could have work before you get married? You sign some document. This is agreement we are having. Don't you think that would have been better than partnership that you suggested earlier on?
There is no there are some agreements that are not cognizant, that are
Okay.
non-cognizant, like some agreements that even if you present it in law courts, it cannot hold water. So telling a woman to sign an agreement that whenever she misbehaves, this and that, or what, is illegal. They have legal agreements. So she can even say to the court that you forced her to sign something, and you'll be in trouble immediately. Do you
Wow.
understand? So so the thing is that wherever you live, if you live in UK, for instance, if you live in America, I believe there is somebody there for you. There is no point going to Nigeria to go and get married to a woman and bring here for you to have a heart attack.
Ah. That's so funny.
You have a
Delhi, you want to say something?
yeah, you have a completely different view. I'm going for African men and he's going for European women.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. That we have a kind of perception of our different region. Because in the cases that I think me, what I think basically, I believe that the argument could be biased. As we have some good African women, we also have some bad ones, and as we have some good European men, we also have some bad European women. I think because of the perspective or the people that we interact with, that is what brought up all this thing we are talking about. Don't you think so, both of you,
That's it.
Delene and Sunday? Don't you think so?
I think so.
It's just because of what we are hearing, and we try to generalize. People call it AC generalization because
But
of the perception.
my own is not because of what I heard. Is because of what I've experienced. I've lived in UK for 9 years, so it's because of what I have experienced. So if I tell you things, I know a
Okay.
man that went to Nigeria spent all his money to get married to a woman. At Heathrow Airport, there's an airport in London called Heathrow Airport. So the woman declared that she was forced into this marriage and she sought asylum, and she left her man instantly at the airport and she went straight to her boyfriend. Her boyfriend lives here. They were just chatting. And the boyfriend, he told the boyfriend that somebody wants to marry her. The boyfriend said, okay, agree. He said, I don't love this man. He said, okay, agree. He will bring you over to me. Do you understand? And the lady told the man that she's a virgin. She doesn't like sex before marriage. That they have to get married before they have sex. So immediately he brought that woman to London. The woman turned against him, and the man was so devastated. All the money he spent millions of naira to get married to that woman. Do you understand? That can be so frustrating. So our black women here are not really encouraging. I say wherever you are, there's somebody for you there. Where this place, I live in UK now. I'm not going to leave UK until I retire. So there's no way. Here is where I live. Here is where I represent. That's how it is. I'm going to be old before I think of Nigeria to come and settle in Nigeria. Why? Because if I'm old, I cannot stay here. If I stay here when I'm old, they'll put me in care home. I wouldn't like to be in care home.
I understand. Well, Demi, do you have anything to say to that? You know that your own opinion was a little bit different. Don't you think you are generalizing also because of your own experience with some
Yeah,
European?
yeah, I agree with you. I mean, everywhere in the world there are good and bad people. We can say just straightforward. Doesn't matter the religion, the country, the region, nothing. But yeah, when you have this experience and you know it happens like once, twice, three times. It happens to your friends, and it's inevitable for you to start to think this way. And yeah, we have so many stories about women and men, trying to cheat in some way, to lie, to scam, and things like this. But in general, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of a luck, I think, to find the right person in general. I'm,
Okay, I see. I think we have
I
somebody
do.
that came up. Okay, you are still talking. You can continue.
I do agree with Sani that if I have to choose between dating apps and arranged marriages, I would go. I'm European, and I would go for arranged marriage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I think we have a lot of traditional people here because the modern day kind of marriage is the dating is on social media, the dating app. However, we have somebody here again, Karen. I don't know whether I pronounced it. Please, can you kindly come up? Karen, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what do you have to say with what we are discussing today? Would you prefer arranged marriage to a dating app? Where do you think you can find a long-lasting relationship?
I like the game remarriage.
You said what?
I like to go with a marriage.
Do you
He's
have the
going.
arranged marriage or the
No,
dating
she
app?
should rather go. She would rather go with the arranged marriage.
Okay. So, Karen, why? Why do you think so?
I like to find someone.
You like the phone, or what did you say?
I like to find someone.
Okay, you like to find someone.
Yeah.
Okay, but arranged marriage is actually somebody will find that somebody for you, like your parents or your family. They'll believe that this person is good for you. I don't know. Where are you from? For the
Birmingham.
you are from where?
Birmingham.
Birmingham. Okay, okay. I don't think you have such things around there, like
No,
Sonny
Birmingham
was.
is in UK.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They don't have arranged marriages certain in kind of that structure there.
Mm.
Do they have?
I think they have it everywhere, honestly.
Yeah, I think
Really?
so. It depends
Yeah.
on the communities because they have a lot of Muslim communities there as well.
Okay. Okay.
It's not a black
Karen,
people thing. Even white people do it as well.
Yeah.
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 really? I didn't know that. I thought it was just an African traditional, archaic way of tradition because the dating app and the social media is taking over everything. So, Karen, do you have any personal experience that you'd like to share with us? Karen, are you there? Okay, she paused. Okay, let's continue. Sonny,
All right.
I don't
So
know if there's.
I would have loved to address. Denny, you said something about is it what is it called, Tunisia? Innit?
Yeah, Tunisia, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you said something about Tunisia being legally married to one woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also done in Nigeria. You can only get married to one woman legally, right? Legally, I mean by going to the when it's a documented marriage, it has to be one woman. But you
Yeah.
have the right to marry traditionally or cultural, whatever it is, how many wives you want to marry. So, legally married, I know some people in UK that are married to four wives. Some Arab
Wow.
men that are married to four wives, but one is they're only legally married to one.
Is
Other
one.
ones,
Yeah. I used to live in UK for a couple of years, so I know people like this also. But in Tunisia, this is not allowed. If you are legally married to one woman, as I said, if they caught you with another woman, for example, like having a relationship with another woman, they can put you in prison for cheating, and this is also a good base for like a good reason for a divorce.
all right.
So it's
There's
more
another.
like more like in Europe, not like in a typical Muslim country.
Yeah, all right, that's good. But there's another one. Do you know that that place that you say when they catch you cheating, they they may put you in prison for 6 months. Do you know that that is a very strong case? It's just like saying in Nigeria when they catch you sleeping with your same sex or whatever, they'll put you in prison. It's very difficult to prove it. So when you say you catch somebody cheating, how do you prove that that person was actually cheating?
This is the tricky part. You
Exactly.
have to you
So how
have to
many people
call
have been?
you have either you have to have a proof like a video or something
Exactly.
to prove it. This is accepted by the court, or you have if you know that they're, for example, in a certain hotel or a place, you can call the police and they will enter the room and get them.
All right. So and again, it is still very difficult because
It,
if
it
I
is.
hear a footstep on my door, I know that somebody is there. Even if I was doing something and police come and knock, I will wear my trouser and then start praying, and I will tell the police that we're just praying.
Okay, okay, I do agree with you. It's
Mhm.
difficult, but it's not impossible because I've done it. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
I got my husband in this situation, so it has been accepted by the court. Okay, we are still fighting in court, but I don't know what will be the final decision. But the court accepted the evidence that I gave them.
All right.
Wow.
You either need physical evidence or testimonial evidence to
You
prove a
can.
case.
It depends on the situation. For example, I have a recordings that prove
Oh,
everything.
all right. Okay.
So yeah, it depends. It really depends. But you're completely right. It's difficult. It's difficult, but taking account that the mentality there is different from the European. I mean, if they get you with a woman in a room, it means that you are doing something wrong. You're not allowed, for example, when I used to live with my husband, another man, apart from his father and brother, was not allowed to come in the house when I'm alone.
And you cover your face when you're going out, don't you?
No, no, I was not obliged to cover my. my face or my body or whatsoever. I could dress as I want. I mean, like normally dressed, like not, showing everything. But I could dress like in Europe. It was not a problem. But
You know,
just to
that
avoid.
law,
Mhm.
that law is very tricky.
It is
Yeah,
tricky.
I'll tell you why it's tricky because if a woman knows that you are not allowed to talk to another woman, when you come to the bedroom and you try to touch that woman, the woman will be turning her back on you. She'll use it as a punishment because she knows that thing that she's giving to you, by law, you're not allowed to get it somewhere else. Do you understand? So it's very tricky and it can be weaponized as well, even though it's something that's meant for something good. But women and men, even as well, can weaponize it. Do you understand?
I understand completely, and we're
So
getting
did
again
you
to the
weaponize it
point.
before he gets into that situation?
Okay, and we're going to get to the again to the first point. You have to be very careful if you decide to get married, because everybody, both men and women, they can use this and trick you into doing something that is wrong. I agree with you 100%.
Hmm. Okay,
Well,
but
it's actually a very okay. Continue.
so I was going to ask Denny, did you trick him? Did you like weaponize that law, like trick him into like okay, go and cheat then, and you get yourself into trouble.
No, no. I had a completely different mindset at that time. We had completely other problems, and actually it was his choice, to run away because it was difficult for him to communicate. He didn't want to communicate. Any problem he used to have, he preferred to run away for a couple of days, switch off his phone, and not just come back and sit and speak. So I think this how everything started with the cheating. He was just trying to find another way to, like, not to sort out the problem, but to find a way not to think about it.
Yeah, that's why I told you. I said it in my other speech. I said that human want is insatiable. Like if you give somebody sweets, the person will eventually get tired of the sweet and want salt. You understand? So there's no way to satisfy a human being. That's why people easily get tired of each other.
Okay,
And
so are you trying to say that cheating should be legalized?
It shouldn't
Is
be
that what you're
like
saying, Sonny?
it shouldn't be legalized. I think people should have a fantasy in their head. Like if I'm dating somebody, I'm always thinking. If I see another woman, I'm always thinking, "Oh, fucking hell, my woman is better than this woman. My woman is." I'm always like always in my head. That's how I stay like attracted to my woman. You understand? But if you lose at it, if you start looking outside, eventually you're gonna lose interest on your partner. Yeah. So because just like I told you, when it's summer, you're gonna be saying, "Oh, God give us winter. I can't wait for winter." When it's winter, you say, "Damn, it's too cold. I can't wait for summer." Summer, you say it's too hot. That's how life is, and there's no in between anywhere in the world. There's nothing that's in between.
It's actually true. But sometimes it okay, Danny, you are saying something. I'm listening.
sorry, just a little bit. As we say in Bulgaria, the food of the neighbors is always better than the food we have at home. So
God is always saying that.
I do agree, and I think especially for men, I don't know about women because it hasn't happened so much to me. But for men, I would be surprised if a man, doesn't turn, to see when a beautiful woman pass, or doesn't think about, these women. But thinking and acting is completely different. I think men should,
Okay.
yeah, as you said, you have to feed your mind with something, and I'm sure it's the same for women in some way, but not acting on it. Or if you decide to act, I always say one thing: if you decide to cheat, do it the way that your partner will never understand.
Oh, it's actually true. But then I like to ask some other question. Alec, there's some, there's this perception in the world that the ratio of men to women is higher. I don't know whether that perception is true. And that has always been the reason why men, they believe that they have the opportunity to date more than one woman. They can, so they believe that cheating should not be like a law for men, that men, they have the opportunity to cheat because of this ratio. What do you think, both of you? Do you think it's actually a true analogy?
I don't think it's the main reason is the ratio. Actually, I think the main reason is that in our days we have too many options. Go back 50 years ago, that's why families used to stick together, even if they have a lot of troubles, fighting every day and things like this, they used to stick together. Now,
That's true.
wherever you turn, you have option. You have women available, men available. It doesn't matter if they're in relationship, in marriage.
On
You
your
have
palm.
you have women. Okay, Sunny is in UK. He can say, you have women there, showing whole their body on the street. I mean, you have so many options now. Even when we speak about dating apps, you have dating apps now. You can even cheat online, if not in reality. That's why
Wow.
that's why I think the relationships are not so strong in our days, and that's why. And I don't think only men. I think women also, because I have friends like okay, not exactly friends, but I know women like this. They have boyfriends, they have husbands, they have another boyfriend. I don't know how they manage to do this for me. I'm gonna probably not their names if I start doing this. But I think this is the main reason. You have too many options in our day, and that's why people do it. They see the opportunity and they go for it, and they
Yeah.
Okay.
think that this makes them, look very like a very good, not exactly good, um, important people, in front of their friends, that they have like a very good life, and they can go for whatever they want, and yeah, the morality, the values are gone, I think, in our days.
Which is true. I want to hear your whole perception, Sonny, on that.
I think she made a whole lot of points. Um, then Denny, she made a whole lot of points. There, and if you ask me between men and women, who cheats more, who have opportunity? That's what I said. Opportunity to cheat. The
Yes.
opportunity to cheat. The people that have the opportunity to cheat is woman. Uh,
Wow.
I will explain it. I will explain it one side, and I hope you understand it as well. So,
Okay.
i- if you, as a woman, a man can be, I don't know how to say that she will understand as well. Knocking your wife.
Okay.
Then, do you understand what knocking
Then
means?
No, no.
it's a Nigerian lingo for sex, actually. Having
Eh,
sex.
Okay, okay.
okay,
It's a
yeah,
it's,
a man can be having that with your woman, and you call your woman, and your woman will instruct the man. Please, can you keep quiet? My husband is calling me. That man knows that this woman is married. The sweetness in that thing is because, oh, I'm knocking a married woman. The man will keep quiet, be doing it slow. It's even be knocking the woman while you're talking to the woman on phone. Even be knocking the woman while you're talking to the woman on phone. Do you understand? That is the difference. A woman can tell you, I want to go and have a pee. You know that some of us, we don't last 30 seconds. She has gone to collect something. Do you understand? But
yeah.
a man is not thinking in that direction. That's why even now, with the invention of DNA, many women are scared because of the DNA test kind of thing. Because the women cheat more than men, believe it or not. Even right from beginning, when men used to think, oh, men are promiscuous in nature, that's a lie. Women are more promiscuous in nature than men because women are never satisfied. If a woman is with you, a woman is looking out for a man that is better than you. That's the pure truth.
Danny, do you support his statement? He said women are more promiscuous than men. Is that true, Danny?
I do agree that probably, most probably, women cheat more than men in our days. And this is due to the fact that, maybe we still think about the man as it used to be. Like, men have more power, men are more financially stable, and that's why in general, we think men are the main cheaters. But I think women cheat more. I think about this, he's completely right. But there is something, I don't know, this is probably my opinion. I don't know about the other women, but if you have a man that is stronger as a character, by stronger than you, and a man that leads you, that is the leader of the family or the relationship, I think most of the women would not go for cheating. This is what we are looking for. Somebody, stronger than us. And this is probably the main reason why most of the marriages in Europe don't last, because actually men in Europe become, like weaker than women. We are forcing, like pushing to get their place. At least I think if you have really a good man, like a stable man, next to you, probably in most cases, woman would not go for cheating if they respect
Uh,
them.
Uh, a lifetime is a long time. So I promise you, two people together for 30 years, one have been continuously cheating. Don't take my words for it. Try it yourself. You find yourself cheating, or you find out that your partner is cheating.
Okay, if it comes to me, this is one thing that I will never, forgive any man. Getting him cheating, this means that this is the end for me. That's why I'm saying, if you go and cheat, make sure I would never understand. But you are right. You're completely right. But for example, my parents, they have been together 46 years. I'm sure they have their share of problems. Okay, I'm sure my father was not the perfect one, but they managed to survive because of me. I'm sure because of me. They stick together because of me.
Oh,
So this is
that's beautiful.
this is again some kind of respect between them.
You know, I'm a very realistic somebody. I say things, as in like logically. I don't add emotions. That's just how it is, honestly. People get tired of each other. No matter how nice you are, somebody is gonna want you to be nicer. No matter how good you are,
Yes,
somebody is always thinking that there's somebody good, better than you outside. So people always want to. Human beings are just meant to explore. Explore. You think,
you are
oh, this
absolutely right. Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side.
exactly. And when you get there, you find out that the grass is actually dry.
But this is true. You see that it's greener, but it's up to you if you want to go and touch it, or you just gonna watch it from your place. But yes, you're right. But I think if you want to have a long lasting relationship, probably one of the things is that you have to have, like time for yourself. I think this is one main point here, like having your own time, having your own friends, like, yeah, don't go for daily problems, like, oh, I have to go and clean, I have to do this. When you start to do this every day, I'm pretty sure the marriage is gonna, or the relationship is gonna fall apart. You
Uh,
have to give yourself space and time to do things that you enjoy. So when you get back together, you have something to talk about. You have something to be excited about, something to share.
okay, okay. But Danny, I want to ask you a question. You said your parents they've been together for 46 years just because of you, right?
Sorry, can you repeat that for me, please?
You said your parents they've been together for like 46 years
Yes.
because of you.
I think they stick together because of me, because it was important for them that I grew up in a family where I had mother and father.
Now it takes me to the question I want to ask. So, if you do you have a child with your former husband?
Did I have? Sorry?
Do you have a child with your former husband?
No, no.
Okay, assuming you have a child with your former husband, and because of the morals for a child to grow up in a good family background, will you like to stay in such marriage even though your husband cheated on you
I'm not
just
sure
because
if
of the child?
if I had a child, I'm not sure if I would stay in this marriage, but I'm sure in one thing. I would give it much more time. I would stick
Hmm.
much longer and keep trying to make it better in some way, keep trying and trying and trying until I am 100% sure that, either I cannot take it anymore or, we can do something about this. In that
Okay.
way,
What
it
about
is
you?
much
Okay.
easier because you take responsibility only for yourself. This is your life that you're gonna destroy or whatever you're gonna do to your life. But when you have a child, it's somebody else that you are responsible for, and you have to be very careful when you're taking decisions like this one.
Yeah, 80% of women would like to have all their children with one man, or even if they only have one child, they would like to raise their child with the man that they have the child for. I think that's the mindset. That was a sacrifice that her parents made. Danny, that was a
Okay.
sacrifice
Yes,
that your
if you
parents
if
made.
you ask me, I would never like to have a child on my own without this child having a father at home. For me, this is very this
Okay.
is,
Yeah.
this is very important. In order to have a child that is gonna grow up with the mindset of a normal person. I've seen many people around me, how they turn up because their parents divorce and the relationship between the divorced parents. Um,
Mm.
it changes them a lot, and what is the worst part if you want to change the mindset of this child, you can do it to the point where this child is not gonna have any successful relationship when he or she is grown up.
Wow. Okay. Sonny, I even like your opinion on this. Would you like to stick to your partner who cheated on you just because of a child? Just to have that family background.
I don't think men forgive cheating anyway. So I'm not in the position to answer your question. You asked Danny. Danny, would you forgive your man that cheated on you? Because men
No,
don't
I,
forgive.
I said I said I would never forgive this, but I'm saying it from my position now because I don't have a child. As I
Yeah.
said, most probably if we had a child, I would forgive him maybe once or twice, maybe the third time will be the last time, but at least once I'm gonna give him a chance.
Okay, Adewale, what you should be asking me
Okay.
if I have a child with somebody and that person cheats, where would I be
Yes.
going to borrow money to do DNA? That's what you should be asking me. If the child is
I believe
involved,
you're buoyant enough.
if the child, I know, but yeah, but that's the kind of question I want to hear. If the child is involved and I catch the person cheating, obviously she's been cheating. I'm gonna have, no matter how you try to wave it off, it's gonna be there. You're gonna be having doubts about even the child that she's got for you.
Hmm.
Are you sure I'm
Okay.
actually the? You understand? So that's the thing.
Okay.
Men don't
Okay,
forgive.
Okay.
I think Sunny is right. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting. So it's
Exactly.
gonna be two times more difficult to get this relation back together.
Back again, because even as a woman, if your husband cheat on you, there's always everything you will never you forgive, but you will suspect all his move. you never trust him again because he's done it before.
This is the reason why I decided to end my marriage. But as I said, it was easier for me because I'm responsible only for myself. Probably I would push myself more, but yeah, once it happens, usually it happens a second and a third time. It's never only once.
Once a cheater has always been a cheater, you just
Yes,
cut the person. You just cut the person. He's been doing it or she's been doing it. So he's always going to be a cheater as well.
as they
Wow.
say, cheating is not a mistake; it's a decision.
Yeah.
Wow.
People
So there
that
is
cheat
no
don't
forgiving in
repent.
cheating.
No, people that cheat don't repent. That's the truth. They don't repent. No. Because they're always wanting more. No matter what you give them, they're always wanting more, more.
Okay. I think we
Funny,
have a word. Okay. Then it can continue.
yeah, last sentence. I think Sunny is right because people that don't cheat, I think they're concentrated on the family, on the children, on the husband, on the wife, on the house. Things that's gonna make the family stick together. And people that are always looking for something new, something more excited, something different, yeah, they will always find a way to cheat or lie or do something wrong.
Yeah. Exactly why I told Adewale say if you get a woman from a dating app, I promise you the woman is gonna come back to dating app.
Okay. This is
Yeah, that's
true.
why that's why I opted for the arranged marriage, like you said. It's not even arranged marriage. It's supposed to be called how do you say it? Like when you introduce somebody to somebody. English is not my language anymore, but I don't know which good word to use for it. When you introduce somebody to somebody, oh, they meet my friend now, and you meet her and say, oh, this is your friend, I like her. I say, oh, yeah, if you like her, I can, yeah, I'll make things work for the both of you. That's
Okay. Wait.
that's arranged marriage, isn't it? Like you said.
So yeah, we can even call it referral marriage.
Uh-huh. Referral marriage, thank you. Which obviously
Yeah.
means you've seen the person, even if you've not seen the person, and I know the person, and I made an arrangement for you guys to meet each other, and you see the person and you like the person. You saw the person, you like the person, is better than going to dating app. Dating app is for hookup. Any woman you meet on dating app, she may pretend to be good, but she's going back there out of experience.
Which is mostly true. This is mostly true. So we can just conclude that no good thing can come out of a dating app. Is that what you guys are saying?
Um,
Um,
according to me, yes. And my main point there is that um, if you are in a situation in arranged marriage, you can, apart from the fact that you can meet the person face to face, you can also get some background of this person. You can ask people. You can get to know this person in advance, and you can have some much better impression about this person. In dating apps, you get the impression that the person wants to give you, not the real one.
which is true.
Exactly.
And well, thank you guys for coming up today. I think it's high time we call it a day. So see some other time, maybe tomorrow. I don't know where you guys can be available to discuss topics like this, random topics like this again.
I'm on if I
What
have
about Sunday? Will you be available some other day? Because I really like your input on this discussion today.
Me, I followed you already. I work, but I have my freedom, and I don't work at night, so
Okay. So as me too.
I have my
Okay.
freedom.
You will always see my. I
I was
will
going
update you
on
guys
TikTok,
here.
and
I will always
I was
update you
going on
guys here.
TikTok, and I saw your live, and I was listening to you guys, and I was enjoying the conversation. You brought me up, and I had to mute myself immediately because I needed to understand some things that Denny was saying because she was making a lot of points. So
Yes,
eventually, I get
yes.
it. So, yeah. I would love to
But
hear that.
next time you guys are coming, I would like you guys to show your face. I would like you guys to show your face because you not be that
Okay.
holding me just talking to the screen.
We
I
both
hope you guys
promise.
will promise me that.
I wear my
Please
makeup.
promise
Then
me
if
that, please.
you follow me,
Yes, we are not wearing makeup, both of us tonight, so that's why we couldn't
Denny,
show our faces.
Denny, follow me.
Yep.
Could you follow me?
Yes, yeah.
Because I followed you already. Yeah.
Uh, Most probably because
Okay.
I was not on TikTok the last couple of hours. Just entered the live. I will follow you back. Follow you back. No problem.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Sonny.
Thank
Hope
you
to
so
see you
much for the
tomorrow.
invitation, and I will be happy to join again.
See you are there. Take care,
Okay, so
everybody.
Okay,
have a
no
nice
problem. Thank
evening,
you so much,
both of
Sonny.
you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Have a lovely evening, Sonny. Bye bye. Yeah.
Yeah, take
Bye.
care.
Bye. Hello.
Hello,
How you doing?
how are you?
I'm fine. Where are you from?
I am from Pakistan.
Okay, nice to meet you. I'm from Nigeria. Yeah.
Oh, good, good. Nice to
So
meet you.
how is Pakistan today?
Oh, good, good.
Oh,
Let's play the
okay.
match.
Okay, I'm not kind of a match person, but okay, let's go. Let's do it actually before the real
Okay,
thing because I often like to ask questions.
let's go.
Okay, I'm with you. So I should go with the question.
Khan, welcome, Khan. Alkar, welcome.
Hello. Hello. Okay.
Hello,
What's your name? What is your name?
Asim.
Asim. Okay. So Asim, are you in a
Silent
relationship
girl,
right
welcome.
now? Okay. Asim, are you in a relationship right now? Or are you married?
What?
Are you in a relationship right now or are you married?
No married. I am unmarried.
But you are in a relationship. Or you have a girlfriend. You have a girlfriend. Hello Elizabeth, can you hear me?
Yeah,
How are you doing? It's nice to see you here.
thank you.
So how was your day?
Good, what about you?
Okay. How is Kenya today?
What? Kenya?
How is Kenya
Kenya,
today? Uh,
good.
Good. I suppose you are from Kenya.
I'm from Uganda, currently in Kenya.
Yes, I forgot. But we are all Africans together now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the business of today. Are you in a relationship or situationship?
Ooh. I just laugh.
Do you know the difference between them?
Yeah.
Okay, can you try to clarify us the difference between relationship and situationship?
I don't know.
I thought you said you know now.
Okay, explain to me.
Okay, the simple definition is in a relationship, there is a goal. Okay, let's say you have a guy you love. You guys have a partner. You have a plan that okay, maybe in the future they're going to be dating for like 3 or 4 months, and after then they're going to get married. That's the relationship. That is an end goal. But in a situationship, you guys can be together. You don't have any definition of what you want to do with that relationship. You just want to be together. People call it sometimes friends with benefit. Maybe just for coitus, so just to be together. Do you understand what I mean by coitus?
No, explain to me.
Okay, let's just say sexual relationship. When I mean friends with benefit. So that's the difference. The difference is that relationship leads to something. Maybe you are going to be married at the end point, but situationship, you are just there together. You are just having fun. There's not no string attached. So do you get that?
Yeah.
Okay, so how will you define your home relationship now? Are you in a relationship or you are in a situationship?
I don't know you. No relationship, no anything.
A fine girl like you don't have any relationship.
Yeah, I'm just single.
It's quite funny, because it's very rare to see a single girl this day as hot as you that is not involved with somebody. What do you think is the cause? Or you are just taking your time?
It's not about taking time. I just hate it. I don't like.
You don't like relationship or you don't like situationship?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I
Why?
don't need anything. I have my own reason.
Please, can you share your
It's
reason
just
with
a
me?
long story, long time ago.
Okay, you've been in one relationship before.
Even I have a daughter,
Okay, you have a daughter.
but
Okay.
I was not married. It was just a fun.
Okay. So because of that now decided to stay single, you don't want to be involved with anybody
Yeah,
again?
even right now, yeah.
Wow. Is it that the guy disappointed you, left you for
It's
another
not
person, or what
about
really
that.
happened?
It was not a like serious relationship. It was just fun, you know. I didn't
Okay.
respect I could get pregnant.
Okay, that means you've been in a situationship before. That's a situationship because that's not relationship. Because you were just there for the fun.
Yeah,
And did you enjoy the fun?
no.
Why didn't you enjoy the fun?
Even me, I don't know how to explain to you that.
Please just explain to me in your own simple words. Anyhow, we are just friends. We are just like casual friends, just online. This is an example of situationship. We are in the kind of situationship now here online with no string attached.
You.
So just explain what was your experience and what do you like in that relationship then? Because at least at the end you got something. You have a beautiful child to show for it. Don't you think so? Is something to be envious about?
My biggest, apart from that, I don't have anything I can tell you. It was just bad time for me.
Okay. So you believe that did the guy hurt you in any way?
Yeah, if you don't give me money, I don't need you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where my question comes from. You know that when you met the guy, what attracted you to the girl or the guy in the first place?
I don't even remember where I met the guy.
So you just met a random stranger and you fell in love with the person.
I just meet him in the road walking like the way people we found walking.
I don't get that. Can you be more audible?
Like I found the guy just in easy way.
Okay, you just fell in love with him in an easy way. You needed a companion then.
I don't know how to tell you, but it was like a time for me at that time. I used to provide everything, take care of my baby by myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
So so that was why you got involved with the guy, hoping that you'll be able to fend for you.
yeah. Even the reason I left my country because of my daughter.
Wow. It's kind of I'm
Yes.
quite sorry about this how the whole thing turned out to be. So because of that, you decided not to be in any relationship or any situationship again.
No, no, no. In Kenya, I have never even dated a guy. No, 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 no. I'm still single from that day until now.
Why? But there are a lot of fine guys and fine guys in Kenya,
Then
even in Uganda.
me, I don't see anyone. You do you
Why?
see them? I don't see. Do you see anyone?
Well, I used to see. I think I see fine girls, Kenyan girls online, and I know that you guys have fine
They,
guys too. Is it that you
they
don't
are
just go
there, but
out or what? They are there
maybe they
or
are
but
there.
what?
Me, I don't see them.
So you don't go out often. Is that what you are saying?
As in me, I don't see any people
You
alive.
don't. I'm really surprised. Okay, now that you're even on social media, so you don't see any fine guys on social media that you even like on TikTok or something that you even like.
I see them, they are there, but they cannot be able to give me what I want. So I don't need them.
Okay, so what do you want in a guy?
Hey,
What do you want in a guy? I'm putting you on an hot seat now. What do you want in a guy?
I don't know.
So you see now, you don't even know what you want because I know that there'll
I
be a lot
wish
of guys that will be able to meet some of your needs, but you yourself, you are not even spelling it out. It seems you don't
no
even want a
way.
relationship. You really want a situationship.
I need a serious guy who can be able to marry and take care of me and my family. Hey,
Okay. Now you are not telling us the specification that you need a guy that will be able to take care of you and your family.
yeah.
So where do you, since you don't go out, where do you hope you can get such guy?
I don't know even maybe you can search for me one person.
The case is that I'm not in your country. and
Even if you
like
are not, is like it's not master to migrate from Uganda or Kenya, any country, as long as you can be able to provide.
okay. I hope guys who are here are listening and they'll be able to take you up on that. It will be an interesting thing to find a guy online. But like yesterday we had a topic about arranged marriages and dating sites. And some people came to the conclusion that arranged marriages are better than dating site. But now you are trying to get a relationship from like TikTok or dating site, and many people believe that there is no love there. Do you think you are willing to take the risk?
I think,
You are willing to take the risk with any guy online that will be able to
yeah,
take care of
yeah,
your needs?
yes.
Aha.
Stop laughing.
I'm not laughing. It's just exciting because you know that sometimes people get old by making such demand from guys, especially when monetary things are involved. If it's just looking like friendship, we start with friendship, we get to know each other. People want to get in there, but you know that somebody like a stranger online you are chatting with, and suddenly you have the person to send you money. You will think that you are in there for just the money. Then secondly, you know that there is a lot of romance scam everywhere. So people will attribute to you and one of them. So it makes it very risky to get such a guy with such demand that you are looking for to really like you or really want to commit his resources on you. So do you get that?
Yeah.
So that is why it's so risky that people will want to commit to you now with their resources because they met you online.
True.
You, you know, since you said your own demand on your own take on the relationship or this thing is that you wanted a guy that will be able to take care of you and your family. But you know that in every part of the world now there is economic crunch. No jobs, nothing. That is why you even see people turning back to social media to make ends meet. So do you believe that you'll be able to get such guys online?
No. I just came to do my own things. I don't
Okay.
need like those guys. They are just fake. Because when they go there, they just grab on each every girl. They chat with them. There is no true love on TikTok. They are just men people. They are just fake and pretending. That's what I
Okay,
know.
I understand. I understand. I believe that was your notion about me too, because I remember the first time I chatted with you when you liked one of my posts. I chatted with you, so you believe I'm one of those fake guys.
No, it's not like that. I know
It's
you are
like that
just like because
because
of
most of
what?
the time, I remember the first time I chatted with you, you would just came off and on, then you would not disappear again. Then I was not surprised that why you behaving like this. I only wanted a friendly chat. So you believe I'm one of those fake guys, Abby?
Yeah, because they used to deceive me before. Hi, but I used to go like to do speed dating on TikTok, like to search for some guys, and
Okay.
the things they used to do was just acting my art, so I decided to leave there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's assume that there is a possibility for you to get a guy now. What do you think is your strongest asset for you to get the relationship online? Can you sell yourself to people online now? Maybe we can have a potential partner for you.
No, no,
Sell yourself. Sell yourself.
no, I don't going to say anything.
But you just said you wanted a guy now, and you said if possible, if you can get to lie. So
Even
that's why sell
if,
yourself. That what is
even
your greatest
if,
asset?
Even if I want them, they won't be able to take care of me and my family. They cannot. They are just deceiving me. Tell them to
Okay.
send
Okay.
you money. They cannot. Even if you tell someone, I want this, the person will not be able to give you. So I don't need
Okay.
them.
You don't need them. That means you've made up your mind again. I don't think you want to give love a chance again in your life. If you are thinking that every man are the same, they are deceivers, they are liars.
Let me wait for the right time to come. God will fight my battles because these men of nowadays, they are just faking things. Let me tell you.
Oh,
I don't
that's
trust
terrible.
them.
So do you attend church or you are a Muslim?
I'm a Christian.
Okay. I believe that you can see good guys in church. They'll be able to commit to you, that will love you
How can you?
sincerely.
You can't approach the guy. How can you go to the guy and you tell the guy, "Hello, I love you"? You can't. unless you want
Well,
the guy to come to you.
well, it happens this day that people shoot their shots. That's what they call it. You shoot your shot. You see a handsome guy in church. You just say, brother, how was service today? The brother will say, it's fine. Did you enjoy the pastor's sermon? The pastor was so from there you start conversation. I'm really into you or something. Don't you think it's possible to find love in that state? Because I believe that
I
religious
can't.
people are actually more sincere.
Yeah, I can't.
You cannot.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
So you cannot approach again. Okay, can you take this approach? You know that in churches in Nigeria specifically, we have single forum.
And in
Are you
Nigeria,
listening? We have single forum. Yeah. So if you're a lady or you're a guy, you are looking for a partner or anybody to hook up with, you'll be in that group. From there, you'll be going for service every day. From there, you start seeing, with being the same fellowship, the same group, you'll be able to get the right guy from that. Don't you think there's such a group in Kenya over there that you can join?
no, I don't even
In your
have
church
time.
especially.
No, me, I don't go anywhere. Every day, every time, I'm in just around in the house. I don't go out. I don't have that time.
So
Oh,
what do you, okay, let me ask you, what do you do for a living?
yeah. Why do you want to know?
You know why I said so? Since you say you don't go out, you don't do anything, and you know that you have a daughter to take care
Yeah,
of.
I do like.
Okay, so
No, as in like I don't go outing. It's not about that. My job, yeah, I do just housework.
you said what? You said
House
what?
work.
You housework.
Yeah.
So how do you make money from house, especially for all your needs?
No, so I stay here. I do everything. Like I work for in someone's house. That's why I was there.
Okay, you work in somebody's the house manager. You take care of you cook for the
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
Yeah, you do all those. Okay, that's
yeah.
good. I pray God will reward your labor. But sometimes, as I said, since you don't have you don't believe in all these guys around here on social media and this thing, that church could have been a better approach to your issue. And I believe that you'll be able to get somebody from there. Don't you think so?
Where?
Church,
Where?
like church. If you are regular in church, at least be closer to the pastor or even join the choir. I believe you have a lovely voice with what I'm hearing. Can you sing?
I can't.
You can't.
Yeah.
But there's something I'm sure you can do. Should I tell you?
Yeah.
You can dance. Because I've seen your dance video a couple of times on TikTok.
Who told you that I can dance? It's just I cannot. I'm just shy person. Yeah, but I can try. I'm just like
I think the first thing is the next time you
my
attend church, just be in the front row, and when they are singing praise and worship, start dancing. I know that one man from Barry will just say, "Who is that damsel dancing from there?" And from there, maybe God can just answer the prayer.
maybe one day. You never
Maybe
know.
okay, maybe
Yeah.
one day. Okay, so why is it that you don't
Yeah.
want to even attend church again, or is it because of your work?
No, me, I normally go to church, but I don't talk to people.
Why? Are you so introvertic like that? Are you an introvert? Are you so
No,
shy?
I'm not like I am. And the other thing, I I ate like some guys. I ate like to come near with men because of some reasons. As I told you before, I told you. The things I went to through, I don't feel like to communicate with them. I don't like it.
Okay, because of your past experience with men, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but can you share some of the things that the guy did at that time that really pained you and made you to have this kind of notion about men, that all men are fake, they are not good, they are bad?
No, it's not like did like bad things to me. The time I used like to need like the time of pregnancy, you need like help. The guy at
Okay,
that time was not there.
okay, he abandoned you when you
Counseling,
were
you have to
pregnant.
do everything.
Okay,
I
he
used to
abandoned
take
you.
care of myself. Eh?
So he abandoned you when you became pregnant.
At that time. Even me, I
Oh,
didn't know at that time that I was going to get pregnant. How will I be able to know? I
oh,
didn't
I'm
know
so.
anything. I was just an innocent girl.
Oh, I'm very sorry about your
Seriously.
experience. I'm very sorry, but you know that sometime with what you just described to me, I think I don't want to say, I can't say totally it's the guy's fault. You know why? You know why? Why I said I can't say totally it's the guy's fault.
You
Okay, did you
don't
even tell the guy that you are pregnant for him? Did you tell the
Yes.
guy that you are pregnant for him? Did you tell the guy?
Yes.
So what did he say? He said the pregnancy is not for him.
It did not say that.
So what did he say? He just left you, or what? Or are you still seeing him? Do you know where he stays? Is he in Kenya
No.
or in Uganda?
Uganda.
Okay, but now you're not presently staying in Uganda again. You are staying
Unless
in
we
Kenya,
are.
right?
Yeah, but we don't have any connection. We don't
Mm-hmm.
communicate, and I don't have his number.
Oh, sorry. But does the guy
No
know that
connect.
you have a daughter for him? He doesn't
Yeah,
know.
he knows. The
Why?
people they used to tell him. He knows, but doesn't know my daughter.
Okay, he knows that yeah, he has a daughter, so but he doesn't want to take responsibility.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm so sorry about that. That is why we are even talking about this topic now. You know that because you guys did not define your relationship from the onset, that okay, oh, this is what we want in this relationship. That okay, when you started dating the guy, you like the guy, he likes you. You didn't have some kind of question that okay, what do we want in this relationship? Do you want us to just be friends or friends with benefit, or do you want to marry me? Assuming you ask those
Who
questions from the
knows? We
onset.
just go there to try to see what will happen.
Okay, but if you keep on doing this trial and error method, you know that you always get
Me, I
hurt.
didn't because I didn't went there to be married to him. I just went
Okay,
there
you
for fun.
okay, you went. Okay, okay. Where did you guys
Okay.
actually meet? Was he in a club? Was he in a club or in school,
No,
or where did you meet? Where did you meet?
who is Who is this person?
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? Val, is that your name?
Yeah.
Val? Val, how
Yeah.
are you doing today?
I'm good.
Where are you? Where did you join this live stream from?
Uh,
Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from Marco.
You are from Marco. I didn't get that. Are you from Kenya or what did you say?
Kenya.
Kenya. Okay, good. I think we have one Kenyan lady in the house too. Can you say hi to Elizabeth? She's from Kenya too. She's presently in Kenya
She's
too.
my friend. She's my
Okay,
friend.
okay, it's your friend. It's good to have your friend of us too. So Val, are you in a situationship or in relationship?
I'm not in any.
Why? So you're just like your friend. You're just like your friend. Is there any reason for that? Why you don't want to be in any relationship? Is there any reason for that? I think Val has run away. Oh. Maybe he's scared of my. He's scared of my interrogation.
You know, many people they like join live to get followers. Some of them they don't.
Okay, I understand. But do you know how I got my own follower? It's not by going to live my own. Do you know how I got my own follower up to 10K?
You?
Do you know how I got my own follower up to 10K?
No, no.
What I did was following the teamwork posts. You like somebody, you know all these teamwork posts that you see around?
Yeah.
That is how I got my follower. When I say teamwork, you write, you two, you write comment teamwork. Anybody that likes your comment, you follow. It's work.
Even me have started to do like that.
That's the way to get follower, because sometimes some people will just come to live stream just to have fun, like you said. But like me, you know why I don't go to most people live stream again? I go to live stream to maybe listen or participate. But most people, when you go to their live stream, they want you to give them gifts.
True.
And sometimes we have this problem with our card in Nigeria. To even buy gift card is difficult. So once they see that you are not giving that, they don't pay attention to you again. So that's why sometimes I don't go for live streams.
True, me nowadays I go just there to get followers, because when even I explain to them that I cannot be able to send for them gifts, I don't have account here in Kenya, they cannot believe me. Even they don't know many of them which country I come from. They think that I'm from Kenya because I don't tell them where I come from.
Okay. So I'm one of those few people that know where you came from the onset.
Yeah, you are the one who know my story only.
So I can say I'm a lucky guy then.
Yeah, don't tell them. Let them stay in darkness, because I don't want them to know about me.
Okay, what if I should go and tell your secret to the world? This is say you wanted somebody. Will you still be my friend?
You mean you want to expose me?
If I should go and tell you, I have a friend her name is Elizabeth, and she needs a guy, she's from Kenya. If there's any Kenyan guy, I'm just trying to sell you so that you can have a relationship at least, not situationship at this time.
I ever like to get where? How can I? You want to make
I can still do that. I can make an announcement through my post now. I'll just put your picture there that if you are in need of a fine girl, a homely girl like Elizabeth, she's my sister from Kenya, please contact her DM, and I'll put your what they call it there, your bio there. The people will start rushing. So the guys that you said you don't want before, they will start rushing the number, so you will not even have the choice to choose from them. Will you love that?
Are you sure?
I can I can make a post for you and market you. But what will you give me? What will you give me for my effort at the end?
If if I get like a rich guy, I will be able to give you money when I reach there. But right now I'm broke. I don't have anything.
Okay, if I get such